Hello guys, I'm back on my boat. Welcome to Working with Niko, or welcome back if you see me before. Last time I did some painting, and initially I thought that it's time to take layer number 2, but then I thought that if I'm to rub down and sand down everything else that is to be painted, it is wiser to do that when the painting that is here is dry and not paint or sand things over wet paint. So I'm going to start sanding things down, and I don't know how long this video is going to be as I'm filming this right now, because I know that it can be boring to watch in too much detail. So I try to highlight some of it and put out a short one today. So I better get straight to it. So last time I painted the surfaces that you see here. I also want to paint the doors, maybe the side, and that brown wall absolutely is going to be painted, because that just construction plates meant for foundation work that is just put up there. I also considered switching them out, but I think I'm just going to sand them down and try to paint it. Not everything is going to be white. I'm also going to use a blue color on the framing to make some contrast and not make it all white. So that's going to be great, I think. Also around the windshield or the windows, I think I'm going to paint that as well. I know some of you guys probably think, oh, this is a good old wooden boat, you shouldn't take away all the wooden color. Well, there's going to be wooden color left, but I want this to be bright and welcoming, and I'm not a very big fan of that brown color myself. So this is how I do it. And I haven't figured out every specific detail yet, but there's some surfaces that I know I'm gonna paint, and I'm gonna start sanding them down, and then we'll see. And in the end of the video, I'm painting hopefully today the surfaces that I already painted. And I was looking for the right color today in a store. I couldn't find it. I found only for indoor use, and this better be outdoor use painting. So I'm gonna continue looking for that, but currently I'm only driving this mobility scooter over there, this whatever you call it, Classic Walk e-scooter. So it's hard to take very many things with you. I'm in the market for a car, but after I quit my job, I have to give up my company car, and this is how I get around these days. This surface actually is quite, almost as it has been sanded. It's not slippery, or it's not polished in any way. It's kind of rugged, has this sandpaper crust to it already, so I might think I get away with just painting this without sanding it first. A little bit sanding here. There's some oil that has been leaking down here, so but overall that saves me a lot of work. That's great. So yeah, I'm gonna sand the top here, because it absolutely needs that part to be sanded. Down here, I think it's great. There's some kind of invisible line here, where this is smooth and needs to be sanded, and this is okay to paint as is. idea of what is what. So, but definitely a lot less work than up here. So yeah, it's good. Something to wrap this around. I don't think I do. Should have thought of that. No. No. Spider webs. Absolutely don't need those. So for now, I'm thinking I'm going to use this as a border between natural wood and paint, or oiled wood rather and paint, and just see how it goes. And if that is completely wrong, then I see it after I'm done painting, and I might do the rest. But the roof over the cockpit ends here, so it makes a kind of obvious zone between the complete outdoors or under the tarp and the part that is on the roof. So I don't know if you can picture it, but oiled wood here, or as is here, just clean it up a little with some dirt here and there and shine it up a little, and white with blue stripes in here. I think that's worth a try, at least. It's the same thing on the port side. Some part of the surface is very rugged and kind of ready to paint. I don't know about painting on top of oil. I have no experience with it, so it might work out as a catastrophe, but I'm gonna try. A lot of things with this boat is trying and failing, and learning by doing. Seat comes here, covering up those, or it might scrape it off anyway. Oh no, why not? Looks like some kind of foam. I don't know what is used here, but it's a very hard foam because it sticks much better than I expected it to. I'm gonna leave that. As I said, It's going to be hidden behind the chair anyway. Doesn't make a difference. So up here you can see there's some plugs and some of them are sticking out. So just try to shave them down a little without taking too much off the rest of it. I'm gonna sand over it and paint it anyway, but just doesn't look very good as it is right now. Barely leaves a mark. This is the plate that I think is originally meant for construction work and concrete forms, and they're not meant to be painted. Of course, I'm gonna put up, I don't know the English word for it, but something to cover up that. I don't think I bothered to remove the wall, but just cover it up somehow so you don't have this gap in here. It doesn't look very nice. And yeah, of course the shelf is to be painted. Actually, this black layer ain't very thick. Quite soon you can start to see some stripes underneath. That's a good thing, given that you're painting it. This shelf looks like it's never been treated with anything. It's kind of dry, so it's just a matter of getting all the debris away from it and clean it properly, and we can paint it as is. Just brush it a little to kind of loosen it up and blow it away. The $1 million question is, should I just remove this entirely before I paint up in here? Probably should. And now that I raised the question, it's not that much of a question anymore. Is it? No, it isn't. Which means I probably need to buy more of those clips. Well, okay. There's no use in doing things like this halfway just because I'm too lazy, and that's really all there is to it. But I don't want to remove or take away the wire, so I'm just going to lose it and put it over here. But I'm also going to paint this part. So I'm thinking that I'm going to do either this or this today, and then let it dry, and then take the other part so I can hang the wire on the outside. I'm thinking that's the way to go. If I don't have enough slack on this, but I don't, so I can't hang it up over it. But I'm probably gonna make this one blue and this one white. Therefore, this goes away now. If I'm lucky, I can reuse these ones. This is the wire for the starboard lantern outside here. I'm also thinking that I might, that's not gonna happen now. I'm probably gonna buy new lanterns sooner or later, and when I do that, I reroute this wire to the lantern and makes it go under here instead. But I don't want to start working with the lanterns and all that right now. I'm in the painting mood, or prepare to paint mood, so I'm gonna let that slip for now. Attach it back here when I'm done. Maybe. Or maybe the easier way is just to, I don't know if you see that. It goes out of the wall here. So I could take it under here and just drag it alongside here. Maybe. Dunk. We'll see about that. Of course, I should take this one out as well. Yeah. Yeah, before I brush anymore, I always get caught up with what it, sorry, I try again. I always get caught up in what I do. So it's good to clean this out, but I'm gonna sand the frames of the windows before I do anything else, which means a lot of dust is plunging into here. So no need to be too thorough with the cleaning of this one before I sanded that. So I was thinking about taking this wire up here, but I have an issue, I think. Because that needs to come up there, like this, like this. And then it wouldn't look nice with this going over there. If I could, but I don't have enough wire for it, to reroute this up here as well. So for now I'm just gonna let it be as it was, and I'll come back to that later. Now it's just a matter of remembering how this was set up in the first place. Version. Let's sand this last part, and the wires in the corner I'm going to leave there because I rather build a little channel or a box to put them in, to hide the kind of electrical system as much as possible. And that box is up here, and don't bother to turn the camera for it, but that connection box obviously has to stay for now. But I can absolutely picture me expand the wires and get the box totally out of the way. I move the whole solar charge controller out of the way, maybe down to the dashboard, under the dashboard, on the side there, maybe somewhere. It's so I have as few wires up here as possible. That will definitely be much better than how it is not right now. So I have been doing a lot of sanding. I didn't record it all because that's hours of work, and I don't think you would bother to see all that anyway. So to ease my editing a little bit. Anyway, it's time to bring out the tape. This is an old tape that's been with the boat since I bought it, and I don't know how good it is. But I'm gonna mask up all the areas that is getting blue color, so I can focus on painting the white, which means also masking the edges of every window. And some places I haven't entirely decided yet, so I guess I just give it a try and see what I think when I'm done. The memory card on my GoPro ran out of memory, so I continued without showing you guys everything. I didn't intend to show you everything, but I intended to show you a little bit more about the painting process, but that's down the drain for now. I'm gonna turn the camera, I'm on my phone, and then you can see I painted here. I had a little accident on the door because I'm an idiot, because I should have, of course, just detach the door. But hey, I used up all my masking tape, which I now removed. You wouldn't believe the amount of paint that's soaked into that one. And normally you repaint after 12 hours. At least that's what it says on the painting box. But I did another layer here because it just soaked right in. You can see an example of that in here. This was soaking wet and white, and it just soaked right in. So it really needed some paint. The steering side of things, painted the whole wall. Also did down there, down at the floor. I didn't bother masking the floor very well because I'm gonna do something about that later. And now we have this beautiful sunset behind that Bavaria 53 cabin cruiser that blocks the sun. It's not the worst thing I've seen. And I just wanted to show you right over here, if I zoom in a little bit, like so, maybe a little more. That's an old Norwegian frigate that now is a floating museum, and right behind that is the Navy Museum of Norway in Karl Johans Vern, Horten. If you're ever to Norway and you're interested in navies and stuff like that, I recommend a visit to that museum. That is incredible. A lot of models and history throughout Norway's very interesting history of Navy and seafaring. A lot of sailboat models and a lot of other stuff. So I do recommend that museum, and I'm not paid to say that. I just wanted to say it anyway. Actually, I'm not paid to say anything on this channel because I don't have a single sponsor yet. Hopefully that will change when the channel grows a little bit bigger. Which leads me to the point. I probably put up some stickers to remind you guys, but I'm saying it nonetheless. I'm a little bit tired now, so I don't speak as fluent as I want to. But if you like what you just saw, give me a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. I appreciate every subs I get, and it helps the channel to grow and make it possible for me to keep doing this. I did not say, sorry, my bad. I did not say much about working with an illness and all that in this episode. Don't need to say much about that every time. One little thing that it affects all of us, whether you're perfectly healthy or not. If you saw my last video painting in this boat, I put out a song there that is mine. I wrote it. And it's about doing something with your life, because a lot of people just sit around and wait for life to happen. But nothing's ever going to happen unless you get out there and make it happen. Nothing's ever going to happen to you if you just sit still in your sofa. So as always, the slogan of this channel, get out of the sofa and back in the game. That applies to people with chronic illness and chronic pain, but it also applies to people who maybe had a tough time and are kind of giving up. Life is too short to give up, folks. It's way too short to give up. So make life happen. And how you're gonna do that, I can't tell you, because there's so many ways and so many individual situations. I can't tell you what exactly to do. But if you want to, you're able. There's a will, there's a way. So that's it for today, folks. Thank you for watching, and I see you on the next one. Goodbye.
Days, precious days, take control. Use your days, use your life. Now is your chance.